there. That's better.
All right.
Okay, that's gonna make editing so much better. And action. All right. All right. What's up, everybody, and welcome to an all-new episode of Casters of Horror. I'm Chris Mess.
I'm Shane, and this week, it lives inside.
Yeah, my butt. I mean,
I
yeah,
that I don't have to set up for.
it's a jar. I'm not gonna spoil it. Lives in a jar. Anyway, we what for a while?
For a
while. Anyway, sorry, I'm in a weird mood. So it's my first week back in a couple weeks, and I'm not like hurling.
Yeah. Good.
So we this movie came out in 2023. It's about an American Indian teenage girl who's struggling with her cultural identity. She's in high school. She has a friend who is like a former best friend and all this sort of stuff. And there's the former best friend like unleashes this demonic entity, and it feeds off of her loneliness. And so anyway, it's directed by Bishal Dutta, also written by Bishal Dutta and Ashish Mehta. It stars Megan Suri, who's done a few things like Netflix originals. She did a few episodes of some TV shows and stuff like that on Netflix and whatnot. Really, the cast, unless I'm not a Bollywood watcher. So I don't know a lot of the actors and actresses in this, and that's to say if they even are from Bollywood films or whatever. But this film is definitely written and directed and based off of Hindi culture. So if you guys aren't familiar with that, it kind of lets you in and seeing some of their cultural aspects on some of their beliefs and some of the demonic entities there within.
Yeah.
So but yeah, it's about this girl, and then she's trying to find out what's happening to her friend, and throughout the whole thing, this demon entity that has been kept in this jar gets unleashed.
Yeah.
So does that kind of sum it up?
For the most part, yeah. I think it's probably also worth mentioning that the main character seems to be trying to distance herself from her culture and kind of become more ingrained into American culture to not feel so like isolated.
Yeah.
I think so. And then so there's this, basically the whole thing is, this demon is from that culture, and so she gets drawn back into it. Yeah,
she has to pull herself back or learn the ways of her family and her heritage in order to take this thing out, which was kind of cool.
Oh yeah.
So I had heard about this film, wanted to see it when it had come out, didn't get a chance to, and now we're getting to. And you had said, even when we talked about doing this one this week, you were like, "Oh, this is one that I wanted to see." So,
oh yeah. This has been on my to watch list since I first saw the trailer for it.
Yeah. So, trailer was really, really good. How did the movie live up to it to you? What did you think? How was this film?
Yeah, you know what? I actually really liked this one. I will say too, as we've spoken a lot about our past, and our religious upbringing and stuff. So this could have just been another like generic demonic possession movie, but for me, I actually really appreciated being able to see some of the mythology from another culture that I'm not familiar with. I did some digging afterwards, and this this demonic entity is a pretty well-known part of that culture, and it sounds pretty terrifying. So to me, it was really neat just being able to get a bit of a different perspective on it. I will say, to be honest, I really liked this movie. The one criticism I have about it is I really think the PG-13 rating held it back.
Yeah.
unnecessarily. We get these films, like with something like Megan, where they specifically held it back to cater to a younger audience. To me, there's nothing in this film that could draw in. Yeah, there's nothing to draw in a younger audience, and so I really felt like the rating just held back. They pulled away from some of the violence. They pulled away from some of the horror. And with a hard R, it could have been really messed up. But
yeah,
no, I mean, I thought it had some pretty good scares, some really good tense moments.
Yeah.
For me, it worked. I don't know.
Yeah.
What about you?
I thought it was good. I thought it was well done. I really liked seeing it from the cultural aspect, like you said. I thought that it had a lot of promise, and there was areas where it didn't live up to it.
Oh yeah.
And that could be what you were saying about with it being the PG-13 rating and the R rating and all that, where it may not have pushed the boundaries that I thought it could have. But I think there was some acting in it that was kind of rough. There was some storyline parts that were just kind of in there for being in their sake, like the love story that was kind of just mashed into it. That was kind of like, that's okay.
Yeah.
All right. That could have been a little bit better done, I think.
I think that probably played into the aspect of her trying to integrate herself more with American society, culture, and
which I get. I mean, but it could have been good.
Yeah.
They could have maybe built up the character a little bit more, or maybe not make him such a douchebag.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I would say he was a pretty stereotypical American high schooler, that they wanted to throw in here. Yeah. I could see that.
And and it could be like, this is the culture that Americans are. Look at them. Look at them. This is why they do what they do.
Yeah.
But anyway, I mean, I thought it was good for what it was. When I watch it again, probably not on my own. If somebody was like, hey, let's watch it, I'd be like, all right. It's not one that I would be like, no, we're not going to watch that.
Yeah.
But all in all, I thought it was pretty good altogether.
This is for me, it was enough that I want to see what the director does next. And I hope that he leans more into the horror, with what he does next.
Yeah.
So, because I don't know, I thought it was especially for a first. It was his first feature length, film. So I thought it was solid for a debut.
Yeah.
Just held back too much.
Yeah. It just kept a little bit too inside. inside.
Yes, it
did. But let us know what you guys think. Have you guys seen It Lives Inside? Let us know. Put it down in the comments down below. And while you guys are there, make sure to hit like and subscribe. That way we know that you guys are there. And we can hear you. And the thing goes ding ding over Shane's face.
That's right.
So let us know what you guys thought. And also put down in there what you guys want us to watch next. Not maybe next week. We already got that one figured out. But soon.
Yeah.
Soon. But
and particularly if it's from a new director, a director who's doesn't look just like us, something that delves into other cultures. We love that sort of thing.
Yeah. So let us know down in the comments down below what you guys want us to check out. And stick around for the next episode. So it got a thumbs up from Shane, I guess, and I'm there for me. I'm there. It wasn't the best that I've seen all year, but it was all right. But anyway, that's it for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know that we did. So until next week, I'm Chris Mess.
I'm Shane.
Get the hell out of here.
Get out of here.
We'll see you guys.
See ya.